Hello, folks. So I want to talk about reading. I technically don't really even like reading that much, but you have to do it. If you're an artist or non-artist alike, it's important. Especially if you're an artist, though, you have nothing to talk about if you don't read. So, we'll start with some classic. Hemingway, For Whom the Bell Tolls. That's worthwhile. You're gonna read about Robert Jordan and the Spanish Revolution, and it's pretty macho. It's pretty rad. He meets a girl, Little Rabbit, I think is what he calls her. I read this a long time ago. A horse gets exploded. He drinks heavily. It's just all things badass, and that's going to really help you be an artist and a tough one. If you want to be a comic book person, you got to look at the classics. You got to go for some Crazy Cat. This is classic, George Herriman. If you know anything about sort of modern art, right? Philip Guston was inspired by this guy. So, beautiful. This is fucking beautiful stuff. Look at that. Look how amazing, right? Someone like Orson Welles, Salvador Dali, they were all inspired by this guy because it was super surreal, right? Sometimes you can't even make out what the hell he's writing. It's really like scratchy. You can't even tell, but it doesn't matter. It's so good. So this is where it's at. It's not the new stuff. It's kind of all in the old stuff, all right? So we got to be politically minded, right? So whether you're conservative or not a bad book to read. The Death of the West. I've only read a little bit of it, haven't finished it yet. Again, might not be conservative, but you'll have a lot of sort of misconceptions, especially if you're 30. You're around my age and you grew up watching, the mainstream news and reading New York Times. They sort of demonize this guy. But this book is awesome. This is such a good book. Again, now, cartoonists can do more than just make cartoons. They can also write books and start apps. So that's why I think Scott Adams' How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big is a great book and teaches you how to go through life if you're not really great at anything. Most of us are kind of not super talented. Most of us are have some talents and are not incredibly bright. So this is kind of a how-to for morons. But it's also great because it's about his life and how Dilbert became a huge success and him climbing up the corporate chain and then getting stopped at a certain point and having to reinvent himself again and again. So I would say that reading is important. If you're an artist and non-artist alike, you have to do it, even if it doesn't come easy. You have to do it. And then you get to do things, with your art, like you get to do portraits of Obama, right? That's a modern day, all right? Here's another one, right? When he's older. That's Obama when he's older. And then here is Obama. I don't know how long that would take to happen. But anyway, so then you get to cool shit. Really great art. So thank you for watching this.